Raider Nation, I always keep you guys up to date with what's going on with the Raiders. If you need more NFL coverage, we got drafts, news, rumors, trades, all that good stuff on our main YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. And I like this video a lot, so I picked it out for you. And now it's coming up right now. Are the Raiders trading Derek Carr? It's been a popular rumor that we've discussed here on NFL Daily by Chat Sports. And according to Vincent Bonsignor of The Athletic, multiple NFL teams will head to Indianapolis for the NFL Scouting Combine with their eye on engaging in preliminary trade discussions for Carr. The Raiders have reportedly been planning to move on from Carr since the offseason began, and heck, even last year. Whether it's Jon Gruden's interest in giving Tom Brady a $60 million contract or another top option in free agency. And if you want to go check out some more free agent quarterbacks, we've already made a video on it. Another reason why you should subscribe. Now, where there is smoke, there is fire. And this is one of the tweets, one of many tweets, rumors, that have sent the Derek Carr trade rumors into a spiral. Now, he doesn't really mention which teams that he thinks could be interested in acquiring Carr. But coming up here in a little bit, I got my top 6 teams. But when you talk about Derek Carr, you got to talk about his past seasons because they are so different. In 2015, MVP caliber season, threw for 32 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. 2016, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Then he gets paid. 2017, 2018, 2019, I get it. If you look at just the numbers, they're much different. But if you don't actually watch what was on field, that's also a lot different. Because when given the talent, Derek has put up some numbers. Now, for me personally, I think NFL teams should be interested in a quarterback like Derek Carr. The fact that he's only 28 years old, the fact that he threw for 21 touchdowns last year, the fact that he's really only going into his 6th year, I get it. He's already lost 55 games. But when Derek Carr has had talent around him, the dude has put up some points, put up some good numbers, and you only got to pay him $19 million. So the question I'm going to ask everyone, and it's the reason why I made this video. Where will Derek Carr play in 2020? Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you might get hit with an ad break. While that ad is playing, I want you to scroll on down, and I want you to comment, because I'm going to make this the pinned comment. Where will Derek Carr play in 2020? My number 6 team, it's the Carolina Panthers. And when it comes to the Panthers, you got to ask yourself 2 questions. Will a top quarterback in the draft be there at 7? And is Cam Newton going to be healthy? Because if Cam Newton is not healthy, there is no way that new head coach Matt Rule can honestly look me and Carolina Panther fans in the eyes and say that Kyle Allen and Will Grier are the answer. Because they're not. Now, I'll be honest. I was on the Kyle Allen hype train. Dude started off playing pretty well. And then he turned into Kyle Allen. And then NFL teams figured him out. I was never a big fan of Will Grier coming out of West Virginia. Let's be real. Derek Carr would be an upgrade over Kyle Allen and would be an upgrade over Will Grier. But this begs the question, is Cam Newton healthy? Is Cam Newton healthy? Speaking of Carolina Panthers, I'll tell you what, one jersey that I need in my life is a Christian McCaffrey jersey. And if you guys want some NFL jerseys, we got a deal for you. Go to chatsports.com/NFL sale. I don't know if you're like me, but maybe you have a Carr jersey or maybe you have another NFL jersey of a player that might not be on the team. Luckily for you, we got awesome deals the entire offseason. Up to 50% off, but maybe you're not a jersey guy. Maybe you just want to get a zip up. Maybe you want a t-shirt, hat, jacket. We got you covered. Go take advantage of these deals. They're not going to last forever. I'll put the description. I'll put the comment in the link below. Go check it out, chatsports.com/NFL sale. The number 5 team on our list here, it is the New England Patriots. We know that Tom Brady's a free agent. If you didn't know that, you definitely have never even turned on your computer or gone on your phone in the last month. Now, if he leaves the New England Patriots, they obviously, they need a quarterback. And there's a part of me that wonders, with all the Tom Brady rumors of him going to the Raiders, what happens if Derek Carr just goes to the Patriots? Now, I'm not the biggest believer in Josh McDaniels as a head coach, but I do believe in Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator. I do believe in Josh McDaniels as a coach who could probably get the best out of Derek Carr. He's gotten the best out of a lot of quarterbacks. And if I'm Carr, maybe I go to the Patriots. Then you can show the team that let you leave, hey, I can get it done. I just needed some pieces around me. We'll see, though, with Derek Carr. Coming up, though, we do have our top 4 teams, But here's the question that I want to ask you. Will Tom Brady be a Patriot in 2020? Y for yes and for no. I'm still going to type my Y for yes. I do think that he is going to be a Patriot. But if you're curious and you want to see some other destinations for Tom Brady, we did make a video a while back, and it's another reason why you should subscribe to our channel. We do trade videos, free agency, draft. If you want to stay up to date with the latest NFL news and rumors the entire offseason long, subscribe to Chat Sports. Hit that big red button. The link is below, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Now, here are some of the teams with the most cap space in 2020. You got the Dolphins, the Colts, the Bills, the Bucs, and the Cowboys. Anytime that you talk about a quarterback, you got to talk about the teams who could potentially pay him the money. And not only that with Derek, if I'm Carr and I'm getting traded, I want to be able to be on a team that has enough money to put some pieces around me. Because when that's happened, I've looked pretty damn good. Now, the number one team is the next team that's up here. It's the Miami Dolphins. And I think the only way the Miami Dolphins trade for Derek Carr is if the reports on Tua's hip come out and they're not looking too good. Ever since the Dolphins have had their eyes set on Tua, I think that he's going to end up in Miami. But if he's unhealthy, you can't tell me that Josh Rosen and Ruddock are your answers, because they're not. Ryan Fitzpatrick has been a fun journeyman quarterback, but Derek Carr is a major upgrade over all three people that you see on screen. And the Dolphins have a ton of money. What's one thing that Derek has always struggled with? Playing in the cold. I've honestly never been to Miami, but I don't need to be a weatherman to tell you that it's warm in Miami. And when Derek Carr is warm, the dude has actually been able to put up some pretty solid numbers throughout his entire career. So I want you guys to answer this question for me. What is Derek Carr's trade value? Because I think you can look at numbers, that's part of it, but I think you also need to go back and watch the tape. So would you give up a first-round pick, a second-round pick, third, fourth? I want you to let me know. So wherever you see this video, YouTube, Facebook, I want you to comment below, what is Derek Carr's trade value? It's time to get in now to our top three teams. Number 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have the 14th overall pick. Why does that matter? Because I don't know if the Buccaneers are going to have a top quarterback available to them at 14. Jameis Winston's a free agent, and no one's behind him. You know why? Because when you throw for 30 interceptions, it's really hard to get behind you, Jameis. Now, you got some other options there. They're not the answer whatsoever. The reason why Derek Carr to the Buccaneers is intriguing, 2 reasons. Bruce Arians, his entire career, has been a quarterback whisperer. And the last time that Derek Carr had 2 top wide receivers in Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree, dude was special. Dude was so special that he was an MVP caliber quarterback. Now, if you've never watched football, maybe you've never heard of the names Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, but I would make the argument they're the best wide receiver duo in the entire NFL. So we're going to hit you with this question here because that's what Chat Sports is all about. We're about the interaction because, let's be real, me talking to myself, it's just kind of weird. So who would you rather have? Type C for Derek Carr or type W for Jameis Winston? For me, I'm typing my C for Derek Carr. I don't care that Jameis threw for over 5,000 yards. I don't care that he threw for 30 touchdowns. You put Derek Carr in that offense with Bruce Arians, he's going to put up some good numbers. So type your C for Derek Carr. Today's other sponsor is BetDSI. They're the internet's #1 sportsbook. Go to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code NFL120. Gets you 120% deposit bonus. I know. The NFL, it's in the offseason. You can still bet on XFL games. You can bet on the MLB. You can bet on the NBA. BetDSI doesn't go anywhere. I'm telling you right now, it's the best sports book out there. The number 2 team for my Derek Carr Destinations video, it's the Indianapolis Colts. And I think the top 2 teams, it's very, very clear to me. Jacoby Brissett, likely not the answer at quarterback, even though they have already paid him for this year. But luckily for the Colts, they have a ton of money to spend, and they could surround Carr with a ton of talented options. Now, you're going to see Brian Hoyer, you're going to see swag Chad Kelly, and Jacoby Brissett. In my opinion, Carr would be an upgrade over all 3 of these quarterbacks. However, you also need to look at money. You also need to consider what you're going to be able to do around Derek and around this offense. The other thing that I think is interesting that doesn't get talked about enough is how much players use social media. Now, David Carr, Derek's brother, spoke about some of these most recent posts that Derek's been doing on Instagram. but he's been posting some pretty cryptic stuff. And one of his last posts over the weekend was a picture of him playing against the Colts. Yes, we're looking into it, but also that's part of the offseason. So I want you to pick a quarterback, but I want you to think about it in terms of you being the Colts. You have already paid Jacoby Brissett for 2020. Doesn't matter if he's on your team or not. You've already paid him. So would you go with a quarterback like Derek Carr? Do you think he's that much better of an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett? So type D for Derek or type your J for Jacoby. My number one team on my list, it's the Chicago Bears. Go check out our new Bears channel with my man Harrison Graham. He does a great job over there. I think if you're Chicago, you know that you're a quarterback away from being a 12-4 champion of your division. Mitchell Trubisky, Chase Daniel, it's not pretty, but that's what they have. The Bears, in my opinion, are still one of the most complete football teams in the entire NFL. You're upgrading at wide receiver from the Raiders to the Bears, and you got a great defense. A defense that I'm telling you right now only needs a quarterback. Matt Nagy would be able to work with Derek Carr, and you're talking about another Instagram post. Yes, I get it. Khalil Mack's birthday is coming up, and Derek and Khalil are good friends. But he also posted a picture of him hugging Khalil Mack amongst all these trade rumors. I know Derek Carr. He's not the kind of person that posts cryptic stuff, so guess what? I'm starting to look into it a little bit. But I know Bears fans out there, they yell at me for saying that Derek Carr is an upgrade over Mitchell Trubisky. If you honestly believe that Trubisky is better than Derek Carr, I question your football IQ. But guess what? I'm going to ask you anyway. I want you to pick a quarterback. Type 4 for Derek Carr or type 10 for Mitch Trubisky. I'm all about Mitch's first name, but that's probably the only thing I like. Now, if you watched until the end, I want you to DM me on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365 the word Carr. I appreciate everyone who watches our videos here at Chat Sports, and I appreciate the people who like the NFL as much as I do. Because if you're the guy that watches a video from start to finish, you're a freaking diehard, and the first round is on me. So hit me up on IG at Mitchell Renz 365.